Hey money making enthusiasts, so in this video I wanted to talk about how you can manage your bankroll when you're approaching horse racing bets, and specifically targeting the Cheltenham Festival since it's coming up next week. And there's been a lot of people asking the question on the Profit Boss Facebook group: how do you manage your bankroll? How much should you have in your bank account? How much should you have in your exchange, in the bookies, etc, etc. So I just wanted to make this short video. We're going to get on the laptop and I'm going to show you just how you should manage your bankroll, where you should have your money, and all that good stuff. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. First of all, if you're new here, my name's Chris and my main focus with this channel is to help you make more money online each month and help you be generally smarter with your money. Since a lot of people were commenting saying they only have a small bankroll, generally in the match betting space, a small bankroll I would consider to be around £500. I've worked out a ratio that you can use if you are, even if you're working on a larger bankroll, but specifically for smaller bankrolls, because with a larger bankroll, it's not going to kind of matter as much when you've got just so much more money to play with. You know, you can just have money spread out more. It's not such a big deal. But with £500 as your bankroll, what you generally want to be working with is the 60-20-20 rule. With the 60-20-20 rule, then, it's going to be 60% of your money in your actual bank account. So that means, of course, if you want to get money quickly into a bookmaker, you can just press deposit and it's in there straight away. So of the 500, 60% of that, of course, is £300. And if you need to put extra money in your exchange, you'll be able to do that really quick. Now, with the other 20-20, then that's, of course, £100 and £100. You want £100 split across the sort of 5 top bookmakers. So you know the ones that I'm talking about, all the big name brands that you've already been getting the email offers from, and kind of work out, I can't say names and specifics because, of course, I might say 5 top ones, but some people might be gubbed at those. So whatever the 5 best bookmakers are for you that you aren't gubbed at, split £100 across those. And then the other 20% is going to be £100 just in your exchange. And I would really recommend just using Smarkets if you're with a lower bankroll. If you have a larger bankroll, then of course you're perfectly fine to get into Betfair with some money as well. But definitely just stick to Smarkets and stay on that 0% commission to be able to, maximize that £100 since you're working with £500 in total. Now, jumping on the laptop, we're on the OddsMonkey dashboard as usual. My favorite place to be, of course, it's OddsMonkey. And like I just said about the 0% commission at Smarkets, not everyone knows, and I have said it in many videos now, but I'll say it in more videos just to make sure people know. OddsMonkey and Profit Accumulator members, as long as you opt in, you are then qualified to pay 0% commission at Smarkets and get to use Smarkets for free. So the amount of money you save on commissions there will then actually pay for your OddsMonkey or Profit Accumulator subscription. So it's essentially you're getting OddsMonkey or Profit Accumulator for completely free of charge anyway. But enough of that. On the dashboard, we want to go to, so for this video, we're going to go to Tools, down to Matches, and then the Extra Place Matcher. Because another question that's been asked a lot is, if you're working with a small bankroll, how much money should you be placing on each extra place bets? How much should you be placing each way? Because let's just take this. So the very top horse here, Song of the Hunter, its back odds are very low at 3.5. Let me just change that to where it just gives us Smarkets. So all you would do is filter, take off the other exchanges and press apply. So now we just have Sky Bet as the bookie, Smarkets as the exchange. But yeah, 3.5 back odds are extremely low, and what that's going to mean is a £10 each way stake means it's only going to take £25.54 of win lay liability and £6.17 of place lay liability. So when you're talking about much lower back odds, then we can bump that up to say £50 each way. And it's only going to, so I won't put it that high actually, because then that might be out of some people's budget with a lower bankroll. £20 each way, so £40 total. That's giving us a win lay liability of £51.08. and a place lay liability of £12.35. So very, very low. That's perfectly within reach for someone with a low bankroll. What you can see here is Olympic Honor, so the horse Olympic Honor. That's got much higher back odds of 17, and generally that's what I would aim to be getting on extra place horses of 20 or higher as back odds, but 17 is still okay. That's close enough to 20. But as you can see there, with a £10 each way, that's of course going to give us a much, much higher liability for the win lay and place lay. And you wouldn't even be able to place a £10 each way bet on there as a low bankroll holder. So another reason why it's so good to use the higher back odds horses is because so with this really low back odds one of 3.5, you're going to have to place £40 there as a total stake at that Sky bookmaker account. Now, with this one, with the 17 back odds, we can actually change that to say, let's go with £2 each way. Sorry, we'll go with £3 each way. Okay, so £3 each way now means instead of having to place a £40 total stake there at the bookmaker and needing £40 in that bookmaker, you'll just need £6 in there. So that's so good for if you've got a lower bankroll, you just need a tiny amount in there. And then what that means is if you look at the win lay and place lay, so £40 total on the lower odds or £6 total on the higher odds. But look, it's actually giving us very similar liabilities that we need at the exchange. Now, of course, this isn't the best example because that higher odds horse there is an 80% rating. But so I've just manually changed the win lay odds and the place lay odds to give us a similar rate percentage as that lower back odds horse. And now, as you can see, okay, we're going to take less profit if that horse manages to land in the extra place of 4th place for this example. You're only going to take £12.11 compared to £26.57. But what you've actually done is you've managed to have the liabilities roughly around the same, but only use £6 at the bookmaker instead of £40. And if you compare the differences, because of such a smaller back bet there, look at the very similar percentage rate for an odds match. But look, the lower odds horse would cost you £3.43 because of all the back bet you're having to put on it. But the qualifying loss for that higher odds horse is just 49 pence. So that's why I always recommend going for those much higher odds horses, because you can reduce your back bet massively, £6 from 40, and that's great for people with a low bankroll. It gives you similar liabilities at your exchange, and no, you don't make as much profit when it lands in the extra place. However, you will be taking a hell of a lot less qualifying loss. Now, of course, if you had a much larger bankroll and you could place a similar each way stake there of say 20, so very, very, exactly the same, then yes, your qualifying losses would then be roughly around the same as the lower odds, and you would need much more liability. But then look, your profits would be £80.76 instead of £26.57. So now I've explained how you should be sort of spreading your bankroll if you're working with £500, how you should spread it across your bank account, exchange and bookmakers. And I've shown you how much sort of each way stakes you should be placing on these horses and which back odds you should be going for. Now, I quickly just wanted to tell you about how you should be betting on through each day of specifically for Cheltenham, but this applies for, say, Saturday ITV racing or other horse racing events. In order to explain this, we're going to now on the dashboard again at OddsMonkey, which, by the way, if you haven't got OddsMonkey yet, I have my affiliate link in the description, and I've actually left 2 codes there next to the link there. One code will get you OddsMonkey for 12 days for £1. So even if you wanted to take advantage of the tools on OddsMonkey just for Cheltenham, it's going to cost you £1 to do so. So really worth it. But if you wanted to go with OddsMonkey for a full month, and you do have to pick between one code or the other, I don't think you can use both. So do just choose one code. But there is another code to get 50% off of your first month. So do check that out down in the description if you've not got OddsMonkey yet. Enough of me plugging my affiliate links though. On the dashboard for OddsMonkey, for me to show you how you should be managing your bets throughout the day, you'd want to go onto the, again, dashboard and then click on the racing matcher. And that's going to then show you. So if we click on offers at the side, and I can't mention any bookmaker names, and I'm going to blur these out just to be on the safe side so I don't get banned from YouTube again. But if we just go ahead and click on one where I know it's approved for YouTube, or should be anyway, I'll still blank it out anyway. But as you can see here, so these are just different times. This offer applies to pretty much all the races at the Sandown meeting today. And the way you sort of want to manage your bankroll for each day of Cheltenham or any other horse racing festival is don't be placing too much of a large bet on races that are going to be later on in the day, say the 5th race of the day, because if you do that and take all your bankroll and place all your liability into that one horse or that one offer, you're not actually going to have anything left over for those first couple of races in the day. And that's why I always say, if it's later on in the day and it's like a great extra place, close odds match, yes, it would be nice to put a ton of money on it and tie up loads of liability to maximize profits. But really just think about it and think, okay, try and save some liability for the first few races of the day. As far as that's concerned, I can't really advise you on exact numbers because, of course, you'll have different bookmakers that you're not good at, different amounts of bankroll varying massively for everyone that watches the channel. And I wouldn't be able to say an exact amount, but that's where the experience of doing this and match betting on horses will come into play. Once you've gone through enough of these Saturday ITV races and Cheltenham festivals, etc., you will soon start to work out how much you need to place on each horse, for each time of day and stuff like that. And really, you'll be able to learn how to manage your bankroll. But I hope in this video then you've learned the very basics of what you should be doing. And as usual, if you've enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, please do press the like button below. It really helps the channel out with growing and reaching more people. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.